administration has allowed a controversial sanctions waiver on Russian seaborne oil to expire, reimposing restrictions even as the global energy market faces one of its biggest shocks in years. The waiver had allowed countries like India to continue buying certain Russian crude cargoes amid supply disruptions triggered by the Iran conflict and instability around the Strait of Hormuz. The move now exposes a growing contradiction in Washington's strategy, trying to financially squeeze Moscow over Ukraine while global markets remain heavily dependent on discounted Russian oil to prevent another energy price spiral. The temporary waiver was first introduced as oil prices surged and fears grew over supply shortages linked to the Middle East crisis. But critics in Washington and Kyiv argued the exemption effectively handed Russia billions in additional oil revenues at a crucial moment in the Ukraine war.
Treasury must finally end its ill-conceived policy of helping Russia make even more money from President Trump's reckless war in Iran.
Even as the waiver expires, analysts say the White House may still be forced into another policy reversal if oil markets tighten further. Countries like India and Indonesia are believed to have lobbied heavily for continued flexibility, warning that removing Russian crude from global markets could deepen the energy crisis. The decision is already fueling a wider narrative that Washington's anti-Russia sanctions campaign is colliding with economic reality. With fuel prices still elevated and global supply chains under pressure, Russian crude continues to remain a critical pressure valve for major Asian economies despite mounting Western sanctions.